The countdown to when, connecting the dots of chaos, conflict, and control. Time, depending on how it's used, is either an ally or an adversary. Our world, particularly in recent years, has been riddled with unprecedented challenges and tragedies. From health crises to societal issues and climate change, these events have transformed the way we live and think. But have you ever paused and wondered if there's a pattern to this chaos? On January 20th, 2020, the CDC announces the first case of COVID-19 in the U.S. The United States reports its first case of a virus that would go on to change the world. Merely a month later, a devastating shooting rocks Milwaukee. In a short span, we witnessed the tragic death of George Floyd, wildfires consuming millions of acres, the accelerating death toll of a raging pandemic, the horrific Nashville bombing, mass shootings, the Texas power crisis, and much more. The Capitol riot. An event that highlighted America's growing distrust in government sent shockwaves throughout the nation. Nature, too, seems to be in turmoil. Climate change, wildfires, floods, the environment itself is in distress. On August 30th, 2021, the United States Armed Forces withdrew from Afghanistan after 20 years, leaving behind nearly $19 billion of military equipment. On February 3, 2023, a Norfolk Southern freight train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio, spilling vinyl chloride, butyl acrylate, and other hazardous chemicals which caught fire and plumed clouds of noxious smoke throughout East Palestine and western Pennsylvania. NTSB conducted investigations to determine what actually happened and who or what was responsible. But amid all this, a recurring theme seems to resonate. Disasters, man-made and manufactured shootings, and the unexpected and tragic loss of innocent lives. Fast forward to today, COVID-19, having claimed 1 million lives, still remains a threat. Natural disasters, violence, the pattern continues. This timeline paints a vivid picture. But what if we told you that while these events appear isolated, they could very well be coordinated? A design meant to keep us in a state of perpetual fear, chaos, and conflict, paving the way for control. The big question then is, are we just pawns on a grand chessboard? Have we become useful idiots in a geopolitical game of brinksmanship? And if so, how do we protect ourselves from the predictable pattern of when, not if? Let's focus on solutions. Public health infrastructure. Last year, according to world statistics, over $11 trillion was spent on public health care in 2022. Mental health initiatives. Launch nationwide mental health programs to cater the trauma and stress experienced due to these events. Offer free counseling sessions, establish more helplines, and reduce the stigma around seeking help. Initiate societal reforms to help those less fortunate. Police reforms. Implement strict measures to ensure police accountability. Offer training programs that emphasize de-escalation and community engagement. Neighborhood policing. Encourage initiatives that facilitate stronger bonds between the police and the communities they serve. Gun control. Enforce existing gun laws with background checks and mandatory waiting periods. Environmental solutions. Maintain continuing education to raise awareness about environmental conservation. Preservation. Adopt sustainable forestry practices and invest in reforestation campaigns. Public awareness. Launch education campaigns on the importance of environmental conservation. Infrastructure. Develop better infrastructure for flood control and fire prevention. Energy resilience to formulate the next generation of sustainable energy alternatives. Diversification. Reduce dependency on a single source of energy. Encourage the use of renewables like solar and wind energy. Infrastructure upgrades. Harden power grids to withstand extreme weather conditions, cyber and EMP attacks. Community building to promote unity, cooperation, and neighborhood teamwork. Organize community watch programs, establish programs where community members are vigilant against potential threats and share information swiftly. Conflict resolution workshops. Offer workshops that teach communities and police officers how to address conflicts peacefully. Promote civic education to ensure that the populace is educated about their rights and responsibilities, fostering an informed citizenry. Transparency and accountability for all appointed and elected public officials to maintain public trust. Open dialogues. Encourage governments to hold public forums where citizens can discuss pressing issues and voice concerns. Whistleblower protection. Strengthen protections for those who expose wrongdoings in governmental and non-governmental organizations. Media integrity. Advocate for unbiased, fact-based journalism. Economic solutions. to bring about fairness, equity, and prosperity for all. Job creation: invest in sectors like renewable energy, which can offer employment while addressing environmental concerns. Support for affected industries: provide aid and support to industries like hospitality, which are heavily impacted by such crises. Technological solutions to enhance efficiency, productivity, and profitability. Early warning systems: invest in technology that can predict or quickly detect natural disasters or health crises. Digital platforms: use technology to create platforms where citizens can report issues, provide feedback, or offer solutions. Cultural and artistic expression as a way to mitigate mental and emotional stress. Healing through art: encourage communities to use art, theater, and music to express their feelings, heal trauma, and foster unity. History documentation: document these events in multimedia forms so that future generations can learn from them. Global cooperation to address the planet's most pressing issues. Collaborative research: encourage nations to collaborate on research efforts, whether it's for sustainable energy development or climate solutions. Shared resources: ensure that nations pool resources during crises to optimize response and recovery. The challenge lies not just in recognizing the need for these solutions, but in implementing them systematically, with a sense of urgency and dedication. Together, we can rewrite the timeline for a brighter future. A future where chaos doesn't define us, but our response to it does. Thanks for watching. If you found this video provocative, please support our content by subscribing to our channel.